right, man. Look like the Los Angeles Chargers are now trading Khalil Mack. Let's talk about should the Lions be interested in Khalil Mack. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Check out Detroit Lions talk players, more videos like this. They even said that they can just, if they don't find a trade, they can just release them for cap relief. So you can literally get them for free 99. And I like where the Lions at pass rush wise. They do need veterans up there, but I like where they at pass rushing wise. I think Khalil Mack probably want to get somewhere like Buffalo where he can win and potentially put them over the top. Now, at the end of the day, getting somewhere like Buffalo, Kansas City, Baltimore, if they keep Lamar, something like that, it'd be about being cap friendly. You know what I'm saying? Kind of taking more of a team friendly deal. And I'm not sure, is he willing to do that to win, or he just trails trying to get the biggest dollar possible? So that'd be the $1 million question for him. That'd be the question that has to be asked and, has to be answered by him. I mean, you look at the contenders around Philadelphia, 49ers, Bills, maybe go somewhere like Jacksonville, can pay him a little bit of money, and you might feel that they might be on the cusp of being somewhere great. I mean, here, him and Aiden Hutchinson would be nice. Obviously, be able to get back at his ex-team, the Chicago Bears. I don't know how good he was this year, but obviously, not good enough for them to retain him. I know they had some injuries across the line with Joey Bosa getting injured and all that type of stuff. So it's all about what you want. If you want a bigger deal, I mean, shit, if you want a combination of a nice payday and go win somewhere, I mean, hey, I think him and Aiden Hutchinson would be nice. Obviously, in that scenario, you probably won't bring back Charles Harris. You probably won't bring back Romeo Okwara. You probably gonna ride with Pascal, Aiden Hutchinson, James Houston. Austin Bryan is probably the guys, and Julian Okwara is probably who you're going to run with. More than likely, you wouldn't draft the edge at number 6. That probably wouldn't be it. But then again, if it's a player there that's really, really good, you find a way to make it work. That's what made Philadelphia good this year. They had waves and waves of defensive linemen coming in, and Khalil Mack and James Houston allow you, and Aiden Hutchinson allow you to play that multiple front defense if you want to. And even Khalil can, stand up or put his hand in the dirt. Aiden Hutchinson showed that he can stand up or put his hand in the dirt. James Houston can stand up, put his hand in the dirt. So it's a number versatility factors there. But I pretty much like that pass rushing room. But obviously, it's room to get better. There's some cap casualties there I just spoke on. I mean, it could be some other casualties there. I mean, Austin Bryan is a great special teams player, so you always got to put stock into special teams. He's a really good special teams player. Then, Julian Okwara when he's healthy, good depth guy. But you can see kind of them redoing that front line. I can see it. I can see them redoing that front line, bro. So I actually really can see that, being a true possibility for the Detroit Lions. It could be an overhaul there with some other guys coming in. But, people talked about the pass rush not being what it should have been this year. My thing about it was, cool, but a lot of it was boiled down to injuries. Pascal, Anazorki, they wasn't healthy. Charles Harris went down. Kaminsky, I forgot about him. He went down. When they got healthy, it looked pretty good. But if you added Khalil Mack, for the right price, he get an opportunity to win here. So, obviously, if you can add a Tyree Wilson, a Will Anderson, you want to add some of those blue chip products as well, too. So, I ain't against it, at all. But, it's a short-term solution, for sure. But, you like what you got with Pascal, you like what you got with Aiden Hutchinson, you like what you got with James Houston. You can roll with the young dogs to save some money, but you've seen how critical Von Miller was to the success of Buffalo, when he went out, was a wrap. So you get somebody, and James Houston stepped up last year and gave him a push when Kaminsky came back in. When you give Aiden Hutchinson somebody to play on the other side of him like Khalil Mack, I think the sky's the limit for him in his development. If you're able to add a Jalen Carter and an Anazorki able to get healthy, I think you went from a defensive line that wasn't as athletic as you want. You need Tracy Walker in the box to make some plays versus athletic quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts. Now you got a bunch of athletes up front. That's just a straight renaissance of what you're trying to do. That's what it is. You got Anazorki, you got, if you ever get Jalen Carter, Aiden Hutchinson, you know what I'm saying? You ever add a Khalil Mack, it sounds good. And you still got James Houston, you still got Austin Bryant, you still probably had Kaminsky, Julian Okoye, Josh Pascal, some of them guys still behind them who can still learn. You still got Lee McNeil who can come in on rundowns, who showed some good pass rush skills in the Giants game, where he really, was a really breakout game for him. So I ain't against it at all. I would love to see them, do that and do what they got to do. Like I said, they can continue to build this thing as they want to build it. For sure. Take their time, build it through the draft. Like they're really not pressed. Kind of like they, Ken was saying about the Jared Goff situation. They really not pressed. But at the end of the day, you got to understand it's really the 49ers and the Eagles right now. And obviously, you can say, well, there's going to be a surprise team that come out in a couple surprise. Yeah, it could be, but it's nobody who gonna really grasp the, who gonna really grasp, who really dominate. Most people tell you, well, the Super Bowl loser gonna have a hangover, and on top of that, Philadelphia losing a lot of players in free agency. They're just not gonna be able to keep, and they gotta pay Jalen Hurts. So you might have an opportunity to really hit the gas and really go for it if you're the Lions. So I ain't against it, but I'm with it within reason, just like anything else, with it within reason. So, I think he can teach the defensive line a lot of stuff, and that's one thing that you really don't have on that defensive line is that Von Miller veteran who been a superstar at the highest level. That's what you don't really have. Romeo been pretty good in the league here and there, but it's been a while since he got some. So if that was the happy, you probably kissing bye-bye to Romeo and Charles Harris. But if they release him, or you get him for like a 5th or a 6th or some shit like that, or a 4th, why not? Why not? So, why not? So that's my take on it, man. But that'd be nasty, man. That'd be nasty. Maybe you get a Tremaine Edmonds there. A lot of people say, we like Bobby Wagner, and I ain't against it. And a lot of Rams said he played very good last year, but I just prefer to go younger. But then again, with Bobby Wagner, you still could go younger. You still could go out there and get you a young, linebacker to learn behind him, or you just bank it on development of Derek Barnes. So, yeah, it don't really matter. When you get Tremaine Edmonds, you really take a draft need off the board. With Khalil Mack, I think you get Khalil Mack. I don't think you take a draft need off the board per se. Because for one, they seem pretty good at edge rusher, and two, if the right edge is there at 6 in the draft, the right player, you probably still gonna take the edge regardless. So you probably still gonna oblige to take the edge. So if Will Anderson's sitting there at 6, you're gonna say, oh, we took Khalil Mack, we're not gonna get Anderson, and you're gonna just find a way to make this shit work. So it's gonna find a way to make it work. So but yeah, like I said, I ain't opposed to it, man. It's the season where, even though the cap grew more than people thought it was gonna grow due to the league revenue and stuff, it's still the season to go up there and get guys gonna be cutting valuable guys. That's why I kind of say, like, wait and see what happened with the corner market a little bit. You love Ramsey, some good corner who still got a couple good years left might get cut, and you still, can end up with Christian Gonzalez and just, have him kind of just like, learning behind those guys. And if he better than take over Jeff Okudah's spot, then guess what? We know we're not going to get the 5th-year option on Jeff Okudah. We can get rid of him, or we get the 5th-year option. We can ship him, or he can just be insurance for right now. So, man, they got a lot of fluid option with the Lions right now. Holmes got the cap together. He's done an exceptional job at identifying talent in the middle and late in the round draft. The only two issues kind of lie with Holmes, and they both time will reveal issues. Just keep drafting, keep bombing in the 2nd round, and we got to see what those guys bring to the table. And then a lot of the injury-prone guys that he's drafted outside the 2nd round, or guys that were injured, we just got to see them, get healthy and then produce. I think Jameson Williams showed us that he got some juice. Got a lot of juice, but we see if he able to become a full-time contributor. So that'll be the interesting thing about it. So, but yeah, it's only real 2 questions for him, man. But he, people saying, kind of probably third one. He hasn't been active in free agency. I don't blame him. You gotta make up ground for, them, Quinn Trisha stripping the team of talent. And, missing on draft picks, messing up the cap with signing dudes like Trey Flowers and Jamie Collins and etc. So you got to kind of, got to, like, get all that corrected, get the cap right. You got to start to build the depth on the team, which he's done that. A lot of good, players coming from nowhere. So they started to build the depth on the team. So then now you can start talking about, adding the sugar, adding the cream and all that onto the team a little bit. Into the team and mixing it up. So let me know what you think about Khalil Mack. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance get notifications. We go live, we drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.